Welcome to Samuels.here channel. Kevin Samuels was truly a truth seeker, and after many years of educating both men and women of all races, but particularly those of African descent, in the art of navigating the ever-complex dating world, he was sadly ripped from our lives as he was called back home to the Almighty in 2022. Some of us, myself included, instinctively recognized the truth of his message. Many found his message rather unpalatable. I am hoping with this channel to make his message that little bit more digestible in a more feminine and softer manner. I hope this helps my sisters in the Black community who saw him as an enemy. Being Black myself, I hope I can bridge that gap. And oh, by the way, my father was also called Samuel, so in a twist of fate, I pay tribute with this channel to my father, who is also where Kevin has gone. I love how the Icelandic have a way of acknowledging someone's daughter in the same way as someone's son. So I appropriate the Icelandic way to find a suitable name for my channel, Samuels.here, Samuel's daughter. Enjoy the video.
What do you got? What do you got for me?
Okay, so, well, you said I looked young. I'm 29, so I am.
That's a compliment. That's nice.
So I'm single, no kids.
Okay.
So, in your expertise, how could I say? Sorry, I'm super nervous.
That's okay.
So, what is your advice of attracting someone who's not a beta male?
A beta male?
Yeah.
When you say a beta male, what does that mean?
So I've been watching your videos for the past week. Everyone kept on sharing like your revival videos. Mm-hmm. And I actually went on your YouTube video and started watching a lot of your older stuff, and realized that you did have a lot of good advice and that you're only trying to help. Mm-hmm. So I watched a video last night that you said the reason why there's so many alpha females is because of beta males. So basically just like a simp.
Yeah.
That sounds like a reasonable question to ask. No woman wants a beta male. So yeah, I think she's perfectly in order to ask this. What do you think?
Beta males, in the dating sense, are men who don't step into what I call confident, intelligent, and assertive. Men who don't lead. Alpha males are men who step into their masculinity. They're confident, intelligent, and assertive, and they're willing to lead. Now that is different than many people. The word alpha and beta gets so diluted. But really what it's coming down to is a man who's a masculine frame and is willing to step forth and lead. And that enables a woman to be what I call feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. Stay in her ultimate feminine, which is honestly the best place for both of the genders. I say that pressure is made for shoulders, not for hips. Mm-hmm. So when you say a beta, are you talking about a man who can lead you? Or are you talking about just an effeminate, weak, submissive man?
Submissive, weak, super feminine.
When was the last time you were in a relationship?
My last relationship was 1.5 years ago.
How long did it last?
So I was with him for 4 years. So we were married.
Okay.
So we were dating for 6 months, and then he proposed to me. Okay. So our engagement lasted 1.5 years. And then 1.5 years later, I found out he was cheating on me with his manager. And then we got divorced. So been divorced for about 1.5 years now.
So his manager, I'm assuming was a woman?
I'm sorry?
Assuming his manager was a woman, female?
Yes.
All right. How'd you find out?
I found out from one of his ex-coworkers, actually. So
Okay.
there was a lot of like signs,
Okay,
and I called him out on it.
Hold on. When you were working, did you have to work?
Yes, I was working full time.
Were you guys splitting the bills 50-50?
Yes.
And how old was he? Were you guys the same age?
Was a little bit older than me.
All right. So after you found out about the affair, what did he say?
Well, when I first called him out on it, he still tried to deny it.
Okay.
And then I found like some pictures on his email.
Okay.
So then I sent those to him, and then he couldn't deny it after that.
And that was the dissolution of the marriage.
Yes. So I did not want to be with him after that. I found out that he was basically cheating on me with her while we were engaged. So the entire time.
Is she married?
Yes.
You are sitting down.
Am I sitting down?
You're sitting down. You might
Yes.
want to lean back.
Uh-oh, I think I know what's coming. She doesn't want a beta male, which means she wants an alpha. I think we can already deduce here that she had an alpha, but she couldn't stand the alpha's behavior.
Because I don't know what you ladies expect from men. The kind of man that you would want to marry is attractive to other women, but it sounds like your husband went through his best to keep it from you. He did not put it in your face.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear.
Your husband sounds like he did his best to hide it from you.
Yes.
He did not put it in your face.
Mm-hmm.
I did a video Monday talking about high value men cheat. Ladies, I don't know if your husband was attractive to you, he's attracted to another woman. But he was trying to keep it behind your back, cheating with the married woman. What do you think you're going to find out here now? You thinking the next man you find is going to just be loyal to you?
Well, I definitely have a lot of trust issues now.
Well, is it trust? See, this is what I don't understand. Let's take it away from you because it's too personal. In the animal kingdom, name me the species of mammal of the male of the species and mammals normally monogamous?
Not many.
No.
Okay, time out. I see where this is going, Mr. Samuels. We are not animals. We have a brain, you know? We are human beings with moral codes, with social values, which, hey, let's face it, even religious values. Surely we can't be compared to the baboon, can we? No, that's not fair.
So you gave up your husband, who proposed to you in 6 months and married you, and you were building a life with her, but he was cheating with a married woman. So she had a husband too. They were seeing one another. The only way he found out about it is from a dirty Mac or somebody in a coworker who was probably just hating on him. Was it the man who told you?
Yes.
Of course, because he wanted to get in your ass.
My gosh.
So you wrecked your own home.
So you think I should have stayed with him when he was cheating the entire time?
You ain't gonna like my show. Yeah? Because now what you got?
Well, hopefully to find someone who's loyal.
Nope.
You think all men cheat?
Yep. Especially the more successful we are. Men don't cheat, we exercise options. Because was your husband an attractive man?
Yes.
Was he successful?
Yeah, I'd say so.
And you think you're the only vagina that wanted his penis? Where do you ladies get this shit from? It's not like you had a guy who was on fries at McDonald's. He wifed you. And he tried to keep it from you. But you went but you let somebody else come to you and say, hey, guess what? Because the guy who told you, he wasn't a cousin or a brother, right?
No.
No, how'd you know him?
I used to work with him.
Right. Did he ever ask you out?
No.
Right. Did he ever show any interest in you when you used to work with him?
No, he was married.
Is he homosexual?
No.
No. So a guy that you used to work with who can look in the mirror and see you're an attractive woman, he never asked you out, but then all of a sudden he comes playing on the white horse with the white hat, telling you, hey, by the way, your husband's cheating on you. Did you ask him?
I didn't ask him.
Then why is he telling you?
Because it was the right thing to do.
You're out of your goddamn mind. It's not the right thing to do. You wrecked your home based upon a punk-ass beta male. You came in asking about a beta male, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened to you? You allowed a beta to run you away from your alpha.
Wow, and that's why Mr. Samuels was the king. You see, I'm starting to get the whole picture now. Yes, that other man who told her about her husband's infidelity, yes, he really does sound to me now like a beta male. But she listened to him and let go of her husband. Now, of course, it was painful, we women are rather sensitive to this issue, the cheating thing. It's not really to our liking. But she had a husband. Oh, I don't know. What do you all think? I'm in two minds about this one. It's a hard one.
You were a wife. He was cheating with another married woman, but it ain't like he was being sloppy with it. You allowed a beta male come in, hey, by the way, and what do you have to show for it?
Well, Well, I feel like he kind of was being sloppy because I called him out multiple times, but he just...
No, he wasn't being sloppy. Was he being sloppy? You didn't find out about it. You didn't find the stuff. You had to be told. So ladies, understand something. The men who come to you, who are telling you this shit, normally if this is a state of nature, we would get rid of men like that. They're only allowed to live to cause problems. Because like it or not, man, he shows you he loves you by keeping it from you. So now you're 29 years old. That's fine. And if fidelity is your breaking point, cool. Then be prepared to date a man who's lesser than you.
Well, as painful as this sounds, I've got to say it's logical. It's the beta alpha thing, There are compromises to be made on both sides. You pick a high value man who's desirable to other women. Yes, he's probably prone to cheat. You have a less desirable man, he'll probably be more loyal to you. It's a choice, sisters.
A beta. But he'll be loyal. Because he has no other options. Like it or not, ladies, people in line to y'all telling you about this fidelity and guys should be... Successful men exercise options. And if they don't, it's because they choose not to.
Gotcha. So only beta males won't cheat?
Men are basically as faithful as their options. You had an attractive, successful husband. But did he do the right thing? He proposed to you, he wifed you. He was not being sloppy with it. He wasn't bringing on any outside kids, no diseases. He was actually cheating with somebody who was married, so she had something to lose. And the only reason you found out about it wasn't because he was being sloppy. It's because a punk came and told you, hey, by the way, did you know your husband was doing this? How do you think men look about men? How do you think men look at men like that? Do you think we respect men like that? No, we would get rid of them because they cause chaos. And part of you, if it weren't you in your situation, you would understand what I'm saying. Now you got a broken heart and trust issues because of a beta male.
So this is all the beta male's fault. He's the problem. Well, I'm being facetious here, but it's not nice, is it? I feel sorry for this woman, but I think at the end of the day, she shouldn't have ended her marriage. As hard as that sounds, no, marriage is a precious thing, ladies. Cheating is a big sin against the marriage, yes. But to lose your husband, to throw him back into the sea, especially if he's an attractive one, no, please don't do it.
Did your husband say he wanted a divorce?
I told him that I wanted a divorce, that I didn't want to be with him because our whole marriage was a lie, because he was cheating on me the entire time.
No, it wasn't. It was real. It wasn't a lie, it was real.
He didn't fight me on it though. He just agreed.
What is he supposed to do when you say you want a divorce? Because honestly, okay, let's take it this way.
Do I sense a touch of regret here? Divorce regret? This is the thing, divorce is such a traumatic event that in the end, I'm not sure it's a good thing, no matter how hard. Obviously, if there was a real, issue like abuse, physical abuse, and really deep-rooted, severe issues. I don't want to go into all of the possible reasons where a divorce is absolutely desired. There are certain situations where there's nothing else to do. But infidelity, is that really one of those issues? And the problem is, it's usually both parties lose, but in the end, the woman is left on the losing side eventually, even if she earns a lot of money through the alimony system. Yeah, I can feel the regret, and I'm sorry to see this in her. She sounds like a nice lady, but I think she made a terrible mistake.
Let's say, for sake of argument, this man was your prototypical guy, and he was insanely wealthy. And the beta male came along and told you, hey, by the way, your husband who has more money than Jeff Bezos, he's cheating on you. You'd have still left him on principle? Hell no. You'd have turned a blind eye. So understand something, people. There's a number where all women will stay, which is why high value is important. You got to be honest, man. There's a number. Because you would have known that if that man has got that kind of money, all women are going to want to go to him.
Well, he didn't have enough to make me turn a blind eye to it.
But see, let's not act like you did this on principle. If it was just about the person, it shouldn't matter if he had 10 billion or 10,000. See, people would say that's questionable morals on your side, man.
I think Mr. Samuels should have become a lawyer. He can turn any argument against you. Wow, that was some logical reasoning to show this woman that actually she's not beyond reproach herself. Yeah, wow, what a lesson. So I think this video is actually much more important than I initially thought when I picked it to comment on. We are not beyond reproach, but we project ourselves as the victims all the time, huh? I mean, in the face of infidelity, one would think, yes, she's a victim. But actually, there's much more lurking underneath.
Because it should be the same in either situation if it's just a moral thing. And ultimately, what I'm trying to show you, and you've been honest, I give you credit for that, but what bothers me is The women allow people to come wreck your homes and to put a battery in your back and wind you up to go break your own home. That beta male is sitting over here masturbating somewhere to some Looney Tunes cartoons. You're by yourself as a divorcee with trust issues. Your ex-husband is across town somewhere. Is he remarried?
I don't know, to be honest.
How long have you guys been divorced?
Our divorce was final April 2020.
You better carry your ass back to your husband.
Oh no, I don't want him.
Okay.
Yeah, I pretty much cut off all contact with him. He hasn't tried to contact me. We just went our separate ways after that.
Okay. All right. And that's fine. But I'll be honest, man. I'm tired of men lying to women. Men have sex with other women. And the more successful, the more attractive, the more options. If you want him, somebody else does. Go back to the broadcast I did on last Monday. As long as he's not bringing home any outside babies, any diseases, embarrassing you in public, or putting the family at risk, then don't go looking for problems. Somebody comes along, not you, ladies, somebody comes along to your happy home and tries to tell you, I got some news for you. You shut that shit down. Because that man came to you as an agent of chaos. He didn't come to you as a brother. You don't know what his issue is with your husband. And right now, it still hurts. I get it. He broke your trust. It's not what you thought was going to happen. But I'm looking at the big picture. That you are you African American?
Yeah, my mom's Jamaican and my dad's Lebanese and Italian.
Okay. So you got an interesting mix going on over there. But the reality is 1 in 4 women in the Black community will get married. And you're 29. I'm 52. I'm going to tell you right now, I have been in funerals where people met a whole nother set of brothers and sisters at Big Daddy's funeral. There are more women on the planet than men. If every black woman got married to, if every black man today got married to every black man got married to a black woman, that's any age, straight, gay, whatever. There'd still be 2 million more of you left. There are not enough men. And now you're 29, and now this guy, beta male, came along and injected chaos into your life. And now you have to live with it. And now you got to live with the trust issues. And now the next man that comes along has to deal with what the beta started. This is why beta males are so dangerous. Because they create alpha females. I got to protect myself.
That's why I'm trying to avoid that.
Well, I know it doesn't sound sexy. But how long were you with your husband?
Altogether, it was 4 years, but we were married for 1.5 years, and then I found out.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to tell you go back, but I'm going to be honest with you and tell you, ma'am. Do you want children?
Yes, I do.
Did your ex-husband want children?
Yes.
How many children would you like to have?
2.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
After I'm pregnant, no. I would like to stay home to take care of my kids, at least for the first couple of years.
First couple, or at least until they're in first grade, kindergarten. Okay, what state do you live in?
California.
Northern or southern?
Southern.
LA, San Diego?
In the Inland Empire.
Okay, I'll just take that to LA.
Do you know where like Riverside is?
Yeah. No, not really. But I'll be at the yelling Compton, but you moved to Riverside. How much money would a man need to make to provide for a family of 1 to 4 people, to provide a middle-class lifestyle, to enable the kids to go to a nice public school or private school, to be able to pay for braces, dental care, insurance, all these other things, possibly college when they want to go to college, car at 16 years old, retirement, everything? What kind of money would a man need to make?
In Southern California, a lot, over 100,000.
Give me a number. 4 people.
Maybe.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. So in like Riverside, maybe like 150, 200,000.
That's enough for one person.
One?
Yes, ma'am, I do this in life, real life. I do this in real life. For a family of 4, for a family of 5, to live that middle class lifestyle in Dallas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, places like this where the cost of living is basically $1 get you $1, looking at $350,000. You're talking about California, you're talking for 4 people, you're talking about closer to $500,000. I'll be in California.
Okay.
I'll be in California in 3 weeks. $100,000. There are people who are making $100,000 in the Bay Area with roommates. In LA, I have clients in LA. So, due respect, one of the problems is, ma'am, you ladies don't really understand how much money it takes to facilitate a family. You know how to take care of yourself. Do you live by yourself or do you have a roommate?
I live by myself.
Okay, so women can take care of themselves. But if a man has to make that kind of money, let's just give him the low end, $300,000 to provide, because new child care here, infant care, is $500 a week, $2,000 a month.
It's a lot of money.
Right. So in order to keep you at home, he has to make enough money to buy. And you look at the home prices in California, it's expensive out there. And the ultimate point is, what percentage of men in this country earn more than $100,000 a year?
Is that like 10%?
Roughly 10%. And the kind of money you're talking about the top 1%. Man, a man who's in the top 1% of earners, I said it last night, if he's earning 4 times or 10 times what the average man is making, he should have 10 times the women. I mean, reasonably. And all due respect, reasonably, if the average black man is making $40,500, and you're talking about a man who's making $300,000 plus, that's 8 to 10 times more than the average man. What are you bringing to him that offsets what he's bringing to you? What's unique and special about what you're bringing to the table?
Well, I do agree with you that if somebody's making that type of money, that they're going to have multiple women.
Well, kudos to her for getting it. I have also got it. Initially, I wasn't quite sure. I was a bit stunned by the lesson. But she gets it, and she's happy to admit that she's got it. That's good. It's a good start.
Well,
but the person that cheated on me was not making that type of money and did it anyway.
Well, you don't have the kids either. But it's my point. My point is this. Man, the loyalty that average women, modern women expect, there are people who enter this country illegally, who get loyalty, submission, and accept their husbands cheating on them. And they're standing in the parking lot of Home Depot or working at day labor centers.
That's so depressing.
No, it's called being human. Okay, well, you know what's not depressing? You can go ahead and live like this. Or you can go ahead and buy you one of these. You can go ahead and get you a girlfriend, buy you a dog, be as cute as you want to, waste the pretty and die alone. I think that's depressing. I think it's more depressing.
Definitely don't want to die alone.
Well, then you're going to have to accept the fact that stop looking for problems. Stop letting people wreck your homes. Don't wreck your own homes, ladies. Because if that guy hadn't came along, let's just back it up. If that beta male hadn't come along, the chances you
they'll be together.
Exactly, and that's the problem.
That's some real talk right there. Quite humbling, huh? In the end, Mr. Samuels is actually right. I think I'll have to admit that. It's difficult to accept from a woman's point of view, but he is intrinsically right, because who is now coming on his show asking for a beta male? It's this woman who had an alpha male to begin with. Don't let go of what you had. Keep it. Learn to accept it. Put on your big girl pants. In the end, it's for your own security in life. Marriage is there to protect women in the end. So we shouldn't be the ones leaving marriages. I shall have to leave you. This video is already too long now. I wish you peace, grace, and harmony.